This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Oil palm minister presents check. Parents challenged to raise kids properly. And manufacturer raises concerns. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. The Pioneer Minister for the Oil Palm Ministry, Francis Maneke, presented a seedling check of 324,000 kina to the New Britain Oil Palm Limited recently in Kavieng, New Island Province.
Check milling company so they can provide him
Receiving the check is Bujang Tabau Frankie, the General Manager of Polyamba NBPOL.
24,000 kina, me give him long. A General Manager of Polyamba.
The seedling check is for 21,000 seedlings aimed at developing 150 hectares of smallholder blocks in New Island Province. This funding is part of the government's National Oil Palm Intervention Program. Minister Maneke said this intervention will help address issues faced by palm oil growers, such as the aging palm trees.
Now, on behalf of government, lo step in, this side past him. Come now, the planting over the new palm trees, all palm trees, yeah. Send him the planting all new palm, so that we can be able to standardize him. All plantings blow you mean, but can improve him production na yield blow you mean.
Minister Maneke also notified the growers that the tax imposed on the fertilizer has been brought forward to the government.
Also long now you be looking me got talk long fertilizer. Okay, fertilizer. You got complaint too, lo you mean all growers inside the country. Also why now all imposing sila taxes long fertilizer because fertilizer is one important factor where all growers are using los threatening production na yield long all growers inside the country na to same time to all companies. So me and to me think also me important so me apply sit down now look los special submission ni golo NEC na lo government lo look long subsidy lo fertilizer so that them can come down na all growers can enjoy this fertilizer thing.
The minister further explained that the levy on fertilizers has not been disputed by the government as Papua New Guinea is involved in environment issues globally. Building on that, Polyamba's General Manager, Bujang Tabau Frankie, pointed out that the yield of oil palm in New Island Province this year has dropped significantly.
Meaning to say some area, a lot of area not harvested properly, not maintained properly. We have the fertilizer, we have the agriculture tool, we have the sickle, we have the wheelbarrow. So use it. Get it, order it, and use it. If you continue not to improve your own land, you are the growers, you're not going to improve. One day, you will see others will do better than you. You will feel regret.
Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Minister for Oil Palm, Francis Maneke, pointed out that there is no policy currently in the oil palm industry to guarantee direct funds from the government. However, the government is working on creating a policy for oil palm that will take precedence over the OPIC Act that currently governs the ministry.
The minister highlighted that oil palm is a commodity that has existed for over 40 years in the country. However, it has not received funding by the government through the national budget. Minister Maneke pointed out that the Oil Palm Industry Act is an extension service act that does not cover for infrastructure developments or any form of support from the government.
The only extension service act, employment service or providing loyal growers. This la act emino karamapim road lo you emino karamapim wonem kind support or direct pan kam lo government lo you nogat. This la act emi only design him in a way that emi isolated long or budget lo government. So this la act emi talk tasol also all grower by putting levy now levy lo all by running this la extension service program lo inside lo country. So that is why the last 40-50 years You mean panis and in it lo desla law na you mean walk na. You mean no direct funding in local man.
The minister further acknowledged the Mara Barroso government for allocating the first 30 million kina in 2023 for oil palm. He disclosed that the second 30 million kina for oil palm is included in the 2024 budget.
So me like making clear to lo yumi also this line lo intervention program. And me also me pla by walk now long law lo yumi, new pla policy lo yumi lo oil palm. Na tu law where me get carbon la oil palm lo kisim place lo this la opikek te mista. Na same time to overall in this industry so that you can be able to look in future lo yumi based on like lo gaman.
Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
East Sepik Provincial Government, under the leadership of Provincial Member Alan Bird and the Provincial Administrator and the State of Emergency Controller Samson Torovi, have mobilized relief supplies and distributed to the affected communities in Ambunti and Angoram District. Australian High Commission has also flown in relief supplies yesterday to assist the affected communities in the East Sepik hit by the 7.0 magnitude earthquake and the flood. ESPG leaders acknowledged the Australian government support at this time. Relief supplies were airlifted to Kundiawa Gembok yesterday as efforts are put into distributing supplies of necessities to affected communities. Work is also underway to repair and clear off roads, bridges and pathways to enable access and ease of movement in the communities.
Basic household needs like foodstuff and medical supplies were airlifted into the district and distributed among the families in the 3 local level governments of the district, Mitnande, Nilkande and Waiwe. Disaster Relief Coordinator for Kundiawa Gembok District, Elijah Power, gave this update.
Simbu has been facing disaster for almost 4 weeks now. As for Kundiawa Gembok, we have been airlifting medical supplies, food rations, and other materials to highly disaster-affected areas.
Noting that a factor impairing timely distribution of relief supplies to be the destruction and blockages of roads and bridges, Power added this.
The roads have been cleared and the power poles were all put down, lo blocking road, mipla straight in finish. Na lo bridge mipla lusim land lo provincial works team lo straighten all bridges as soon as possible.
Building on this sentiment was the provincial disaster coordinator Matthew Pork, who said this.
We're not sure when we will cease this operation because the weather is unpredictable. As long as the weather is bad and situation is not healthy on the ground, we will tend to prolong this management. It's quite an headache, but we try to manage regardless. We have 3 bridges from Kundiawa down. We have had to assess and get it up and fixed and build it. So as there is 1 bridge in Gumini, and I can tell you when we will stop.
Natasha Voy, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape began his Easter long weekend by opening the Markham District Office and launched its 5-year development plan on Friday. Today, he attended church service at Mooching Station in Markham and will spend the night in Lae. Tomorrow, Sunday, he will be traveling to East Sepik Province to visit the natural disaster-affected areas, Angoram and Ambunti Drekeke districts, and return to Port Moresby in afternoon. On Monday, Prime Minister will depart for Mount Hagen, then transit via helicopter to visit another natural disaster-affected area in the Gumini district of Simbu Province and return to Port Moresby on the same day. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. The Universal Church of Papua New Guinea served more than 1,000 homeless and less fortunate people on the streets in Port Moresby with food, clothing, then shared the word of God with them at their Gordon's Church in Port Moresby today as part of their Easter celebrations.
This Remember Me event aims at assisting those individuals who have been forgotten by society and even their own family members. The church provided food, clothes, grooming, as well as imparting the word of God to those individuals that were present today. Within the past 2 months, church members of the Universal Church were inviting everyone for this program, says the Universal Church pastor, Casio Oscar dos Santos.
Offering to them haircut, nutrition. We have also some nurses and doctors helping them with health assistance and other things that usually they don't have the access to. So food and just these physical things, but mostly important, the word of faith that lifts us up.
He said their main objective is to reach out to those who are lost.
By faith, all things are possible. What Jesus did on the cross, it's not only something for us to remember in Good Fridays, events like that, Easter weekend, but it's something that gives us power to come out of a life of misery, of whatever problem we are going through. What Jesus did on the cross, the message of it is finished, it means it's gone.
Here is the Easter message from the Universal Church pastor, Jonathan Pine.
The Lord Jesus was on the cross. There was 2 thieves on his side, one on one side, one on the other. And one of those thieves, he said, "Remember me when you enter your kingdom." And the Lord said to him, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." So not even the thief was forgotten once he asked for help. And that's the work of the Universal Church. No one is forgotten by God. No one is despised by God.
This event was supported by Paradise Foods, other business organizations, and church members. Estagane, National EMTV News.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Child and Family Service, Simon Yanis, has urged the parents to protect and discipline their children in their early age, as they are the future of this country.
With so much issues faced in the country, including law and order, CEO Yanis said children are the foundation of this country and are responsible for a positive change in the future.
We don't oversee the little ones. Those will be the bigger ones, who makes up the youth population, who are banning things, who are doing things. We must have to prevent.
He said with the establishment of Children's Office and the Lookout in Pikinini Act 2015, his department is working tirelessly to help protect children.
The government has done government of Papua New Guinea has done a very good thing in establishing a Children's Office. And this is the incubation center. This is the laboratory of addressing children's issues at the earliest, rather than trying to address youth bulk issues. So it's about time the government should see where the importance of this country's population should grow from.
He appealed to everyone, especially the parents and the government, to protect and impart to children good manners.
People are Papa Mama employees are like politicians now, and public servants and people in the public sector. People must survey them. We live here and borrow, and we leave our children behind. What kind of children are we going to leave behind? That's why working with children now, from 0 to 6, and those who are in school and those who are outside, is very important.
Estagane, National EMTV News.
Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority has launched their second corporate plan for 2023 to 2027, including their webpage. In Goroka this week, the first corporate plan from 2018 to 2022 lapsed with 65% of the plan achieved.
The current plan covers 5 corporate priority areas, 27 objectives and 150 implementation strategies, which will direct the Provincial Health Authority to delivering health services effectively. The Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority Chairman, Chris Copioto, said they are aiming to move the health sector forward from the foundation laid from the first corporate plan 2018 to 2022. He said the government had moved to invest heavily in the health sector, and his provincial health authority's task is to ensure that they develop appropriate infrastructure and facilities in strategic sites in the province for easy access by the people. Meanwhile, the Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority CEO Dr. Joseph Apa said their focus is still on primary health care with communicable diseases. However, he also noted the trend of healthcare needs in the last 10 years has seen a significant rise in non-communicable or lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, heart diseases, and cancer, among others. Dr. Apa added that disasters, emergencies, and traumas such as domestic violence, tribal or group violence, motor vehicle accidents, alcohol and illegal drugs-related issues, and teenage health issues have emerged with the population growth. He advised that these should be reflected in any future health planning. The CEO said that in the next 5 years, they will continue to develop and establish health systems and programs in collaboration with partners and stakeholders, adding that the challenge now is to develop a health system that produces the desired effect among the people. Natasha Ovoy, National, EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. PNG Power has advised of load shedding in East New Britain Province due to a shutdown at the Warangoi Hydro Dam.
The dam was shut down at 10:30 a.m. this morning for excavation work. PNG Power Limited said the Ulangunan Power Station and Kerevat are running below 50% of demand, so load shedding has been reintroduced for the day. Warangoi supply is expected to be restored in the afternoon at around 6 p.m. Customers of PNG Power Limited in East New Britain Province were advised to conserve energy and only use essential appliances during the load shedding period. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
Lay Biscuit Company Managing Director Ian Chow expressed disappointment over limited to no support from the government to PNG-based manufacturers and companies.
Mr. Cho said businesses like Lay Biscuit Company have been paying so much tax but have not been receiving help or subsidies from the government.
Opening any domestic market is not a good market because people don't have money. They don't have jobs.
Cho said he has been very vocal on the crashed PNG economy and some great changes happened for some manufacturers, but unfortunately this wasn't enough.
And we're still investing because what we're spending now is for tomorrow. And the government must take that kind of attitude too, because they have to spend money today to make the future profitable. Or without investing today, you won't achieve anything in the future.
He added that the PNG economy has been in terrible shape since 2019. For his company, Lay Biscuit, Cho said the last 2 years has been the worst in the company's 52-year history.
Because manufacturing, we can't reduce our costs. And if the country cannot manufacture, we have a security problem because we can't be importing all the time.
Cho said the whole PNG manufacturing is flawed because the government has ignored and done nothing in the past to assist. He said another additional cost the company is spending is on buying parts of electronics and computer controls for his manufacturing lines because PNG Power cannot control the continuous power surges, saying that is why most manufacturers are forced to run on generators. Natasha Ovoy, National, EMTV News.
The Inclusive Green Finance Policy Project Memorandum of Understanding was signed among 5 financial institutions during the launching of the Green Finance Center in Port Moresby recently.
The 5 financial institutions include the Global Green Growth Institute, Bank of PNG, Bank of South Pacific, Nationwide Microbank Limited, and Women's Microbank. Acting Managing Director for Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi, stressed on what is expected of the bank.
So these are more climate change adaptation mitigation activities, which we identify that can be some of those activities or programs that will be part of that criteria of which the bank can use that to leverage on in giving finances that is required to our private sector within PNG.
Chief Executive Officer of Mama Bank, Mr. Dash, highlighted this partnership as significant, indicating that this will enable banks to help their customers to transition into green financing.
So how we can take it up and making sure that they are the people who are actually working in the green or the SMEs to whom we are supporting, how they can move into the transition to the green financing or equipment in green and all those things. But at the same time, whether it is upgrade or ongrade, how we can support the green financing is the important challenge that's been given through this agreement, and we at Mama Bank trying to ensure that how we can go ahead and implement these things in the ground because we have the actual arm and length, all those things in the ground to participate and give out loans to those people who are ready to participate in the green finance.
He further highlighted on the importance of collaboration amongst the financial institutions.
We can collaborate and cooperate each other to bring the much needed services to the people who are excluded till now. We talk about 80% population who are excluded from many services, and particularly financial inclusion services.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Chief Executive Officer of Women's Microbank, Gunanidi Das, gives an update on the progress of the 30 million Kina SME funding that the government will allocate to Mama Bank. Mr. Das indicated that everything has been going good and they are preparing to sign an agreement soon.
The Women's Microbank, through CEO Das, has revealed the bank's progress regarding the 30 million Kina funding allocation announcement made by the government late last year.
I think we are in well progressed. We are just about to sign the agreement. Everything been sorted out.
Mr. Das further stressed on the government's reasons to consider Mama Bank in this SME funding for this year.
The important thing is actually the government is trying to help us because there is a particular layer who are unable to get the finance from the other 2 institutions who already been in the system for a couple of years. So the idea is actually the line of credit we are getting is going to go to MSME and the informal sector, where they don't have any too much of credit history, or even they are unable to get all those documents and then go and get the loans from the financial institutions. That's where actually we are coming, and we are going to tap those basically the informal and MSME customers who are going to be our customers for this particular arrangement.
He further highlighted on some of the bank's plan moving forward.
Coming up with some innovative approach that we talk about alternate credit scoring, that basically how we can apprise the customers, those are not having actual cash collateral, or they don't have bank statement to showcase, or they have not taken any loan from anywhere, how we can give out loans to them through different other mechanism of apprising them. So that's where actually Mama Bank is coming in and trying to bring technology so that we can help those mamas and papas in the ground. Those are trying to go to the next level to become the SME in near future.
The government late last year announced that 30 million kina will be allocated to Mama Bank this year to fund a small to medium enterprises project in the country. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Cricket PNG Game Development Manager Lekani Owala gave an update of the Isuzu T20 Smash cricket matches that took place at Amini Park.
With the sun in favor, the second and third cricket games were played today at the Amini Park. After a successful opener of the T20 Smash opener yesterday of the first game, Mr. Owala gave the update.
Today we have the first game. We had the Madmen facing the defending premiers, the Mariners. Unfortunately for the defending premiers, the Madmen were too good for them. Chasing a moderate score of 81 runs, they folded their innings with 50 runs. The game right now is we have the Black Bus in yellow facing the Kassawaris in the green. The Kassawaris seems to have the upper hand at the moment because they just bowled out the Black Bus for 80 runs, so they have an upper hand now. It depends on how the batsmen will fare this afternoon.
He also revealed the women's cricket matches will begin on the third coming week due to their overseas trip to Zimbabwe in Africa.
We cannot play it now because the women's team, the Lewis, on tour in Zimbabwe and also the United Arab Emirates. So that's why the delay in women's competition.
Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Port Moresby Soccer Association competition manager, Joseph Ame, gave an update of the men and women's soccer matches ongoing at the Bisini Park today in the nation's capital.
The Easter long weekend gave the Port Moresby Soccer Association an opportunity to have its matches start on Good Friday, as stated by the PMSA competition manager Joseph Ame, who revealed which teams had made it into the quarterfinals for women and men's semi-finals.
The semi-finals, which are Monkas against Finance, and both teams went out to penalty, and we saw Monkas came out victory. And on the other end, on ground one, we saw Uni FC and Bismarck FC, which both teams as well went into a penalty shootout. And then Bismarck came out winner with 4-5. Yeah.
Competition manager Ame then gave an update of the upcoming matches.
Tomorrow would be our semi-final for men's, and then grand final as well. And then women's playoffs, third and fourth, and then grand final.
Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy with few showers. Kerema, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm. Alotau, partly cloudy with few showers. Popondetta, partly cloudy with few showers. To the Momasa region, Ley City, partly cloudy with possible brief showers. Medang, partly cloudy with few showers. Wewak, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo, some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Kavieng, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Kokopon Rabaul, possible few showers. Kimbe, possible few showers. Boka, partly cloudy with few showers possible. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Looking at the small ships forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerema, to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samari Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Samari Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafen, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Finchafen through VTS Strait to Siasi Long Islands, seas 1 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Long Island to Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of New Ireland to Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of East New Britain to West New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Looking at the ocean forecast, coral seas see slight to freshening, east to southeast winds of 10 to 25 knots. Solomon seas see smooth, southwest to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck seas see slight, northwest winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean sees smooth, northwest to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 30th of March, 2024. From all of us here, happy Easter. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.